this ball in again. Kikitani goes round from the back. In fact, it's Halani, and he's over for the first try of the game. That's a good start for Japan. Patient and measured, but at the end, successful.
Yeah, very strong scrum there by Japan. They had the edge on them, and it was an easy try for Halani. And certainly Hong Kong now has got to get back and get back into the game and get some possession and hold on to it for a while.
So Ryan Nicholas here with kicking duties today. A couple of options, but Nicholas gets the job and successful with the conversion. 7 points to 0. Nicholas has scored 84 points in Asian Five Nations rugby. Webb also has been a kicker in the past. There's something like 106 points, but Nicholas with the kicking duties today. You'll see here a defensive formation. Keith Robertson standing out in the centres, and the two midfield backs on the inside of him. Interesting formation on the defence there.
Yeah, you just got to look at the way the Japanese have set up. They're obviously going to play the ball quite short here.
Yep. Hawassa. Goosen gets his hand in the way, so they'll play advantage for a knock-on. Tyra is very strong in contact. Well dragged down from Jones. Kikitani again features. Good and loose play. Here's Yohara, and he gets it out to Nicholas. Quick ball. And Tubaili just running ahead there of the ball carrier. And Hong Kong take it away, but it's dragged into touch there. So we'll have a line out. Japanese ball. It's 17 minutes of this game, and it's gone very quickly.
Yeah, it's been entertaining, hasn't it? And very contestable, but certainly entertaining, and both sides showing a willingness to play the ball around.
So for the next 3 weeks in the HSBC Asian Five Nations, we've got Japan featuring as they travel away to Kazakhstan and Thailand next week, and then the UAE. So it'll be interesting to see their progress as they build to the World Cup, as Hong Kong take this one away again. McKee gets a kick in. Onizawa's back nice and quickly. You just see him in shot, takes it well. And Wader, the man who's making his debut, lovely snaking run from him. He gets it back to Onizawa. Good cover defence there from Captain McCall from Hong Kong. Not clean ball for Japan, but they're playing advantage. Ives in the midfield there takes it up. Reset for Japan. Out it goes. It's Wader in the line. He gets to Leach. To Bailey. They won't stop him surely from this far out. Oh, yes, they have. It's 5 minutes. No, he continues to go within centimetres of the line. Great work from Tubaili. Webb takes it away and strolls over as easy as you like. That's a good try from Japan. Well, I saw Tupaili there and probably got a bit excited 10 metres out, but he looked for all love and money as though he had the room and pace to get over, and they dragged him down well, the Hong Kong team, but ultimately defence broke down as we see him here, bullocking man. Good defence there from Hong Kong.
Yeah, and you just got to look at that. There's 5 Hong Kong defenders in there, which means they're going to be short in other places. And that all started from a poor kick from the Hong Kong 9. They got reasonable good go-forward ball there, but McKee didn't clear well, gave it straight to the fullback, who did nicely, Ueda, in bringing the ball back and putting Onizawa in space. And they just need to look after the ball a lot better than that Hong Kong.
Yeah, judging from that first run from Wade, he's got a lovely elusive running style.
Yeah, he cut back nicely. Looked like he was going to centre field, then cut back and put Onizawa into space, and then put the ball through the hands to the big winger Elisi on the right-hand side. Nicholas
with his second conversion of the day takes the scoreline out to 14 points to 0. Again, he's a fearsome runner, that's for sure. And he knows he scares people, and look at him go. 116 kilograms of winger. Iwasa gets it away to Wader. Good attacking play from Japan now, as Webb marshals the men outside and gets the ball. What's he got in store? Pass again behind the offensive line. Yohara, the hooker, gets it out to Ives. And Onizawa's there on the left flank. It's try for Onizawa. Finally gets the ball in his hands, and finally he gets a 5-pointer. He'll be happy about that. The Japanese veteran winger, and that's try number 41 in international rugby for Onizawa. Now he equals Gareth Thomas's record, so he joins him at 10th equal on the international all-time try-scoring list.
It's a pretty fair effort, isn't it? He's a good player and he can find the line. But again, what was disappointing here for Hong Kong, they had a free kick penalty, needed to put the ball into touch, didn't find touch, and as a result, that's the second try that Japan have scored in a similar fashion. And, you know, they're competing well, Hong Kong, but they just need to be a little bit better doing the simple things well.
It's good play there from Uehara and Ives too, drawing the defence well and giving Onizawa the chance to dot down on the corner there. So that's the third try for Japan. And the score goes out to 19 points to 0. Quick throw in though to Hong Kong. Out it goes to McCall. Good stepping from Tom McCall. Wrapped up by Kikatani. Quick ball for Hong Kong. Not too many out here. Varty leaves it behind. McQueen gets turned over, and over the top go Japan. Hong Kong get it back though. Well done from Hewson, the blindside flanker. Good strong run from him. Did that go forward from the hand though? No, it was knocked down deliberately from Japan. So good piece of pressure here from Hong Kong. Good period of play.
Yeah, they did well to retain the ball. Then Hong Kong, they're a bit short in their attack down the right-hand side, but the winger who's come on has done exceedingly well in his 2 carries so far. McQueen, he's showing a little bit, and to get 3 points here would be a good result. And then they need to catch that kick-off well and get back in the Japan half.
McQueen, congratulations to him too. He's just graduated with a sports science degree, so he'll be out in the workplace. I don't know if he got those orangey red boots as a present, a graduation present, but surely he didn't buy them himself.
When you wear red boots like that, you got to play well, don't you?
So they're going to take the points here, if possible. Keith Robertson with the penalty shot. Converts the point, so that's good work from Hong Kong. They're on the board. It's 19-3 to Japan, but that'll give the Hong Kong lads a bit of hope before half-time. Good period of applied pressure there.
Yeah, no, they did really well. It'll be interesting to see what the Japan side here, they've got a split kick-off formation. They went to their right-hand side first, but they might go to the left here.
True enough, Eddie. As Webb pops this ball on. Good challenging kick-off there as Ives drags it down. Good aerial player, Justin Ives, making his debut today. Leach gets it back nicely. That's a turnover to Goosen. Good play in the breakdown from the Hong Kong flanker. Away he goes over the halfway line. Has he got support? It's scruffy ball there to Robertson to contend with. That's a shame because Goosen was quick off the mark there. He's a Cathay Pacific pilot, and I tell you what, there was a takeoff there. And now it's Japan. Ives away through Tyra. Tyra's got space, looking for support. Might not need it. No, he's dragged down. Good tackle from Jones. Iwasa, loads of space here for Japan if they can just get it out. Leach has got the ball, and Huladi misses it. Uehara cleans up behind him. 5 metres out now, Japan on the attack. Fujita with a low slinging pass there to Kikatani. Does well to drag it in. Iwasa calling outside now. Watch out on the left wing. Onizawa's out there. Could be a kick pass attempt coming on. They can't get the ball out. Frustrating. So referee plays a penalty for offside. Things slow down again. Just see out of the shot there. Webb and Onizawa communicating through sign language. Could have been interesting. Unmarked on the left wing, but they'll take a penalty here. This will be interesting. They're going to take a scrum. Well, I don't think it's disrespectful for Japan, but you know, it's good to try things out from a set piece here, do you think? Obviously, yeah. What would you do as a captain?
No, I think they want to score a try here, and it's a correct decision. I think, look at that previous play. It was funny, wasn't it? Hong Kong looked like they had possession, and then all of a sudden Leach picks the ball up and they're away, and Tyra's got orange boots on, but they weren't quick enough.
Slight injury here. And Armour's back from his spell in the sin bin. And when you consider that Hong Kong have been down to 14 men for the last 10 minutes, they've done very well.
They've actually won that period 3-0, haven't they? Yeah. So it's a very good effort, which should give them a lot of heart. But they really need to defend here well.
Well, Hong Kong's aim will be to stamp their position as second best rugby nation in Asia. Last year, finishing behind Kazakhstan, but this year they cleaned them up in Almaty, so they're in a great position in the driver's seat to get second here. As Hiwasa takes it away from Halani, and Webb with loads of space gives it to Tupuaili, and you're not going to stop him. Oh my goodness, he's a freight train, a nightmare for someone like Keith Robertson, a metre or two from the line. Well, that's a good set-piece try from Japan, and they did what they were attempting.
Yeah, very nice try there. The Webb stood wide on the right-hand side, allowed Hiwasa to run. He pulled the defence across, and then Alisi ran a very nice line back on the inside, and very hard to defend from that position. But again, a disappointing try for the Hong Kong side, and they'll need to regroup now for this last minute and a half of the first half.
Just exemplifying the numbers and the space available from a set piece when you're standing back 5 metres from the line.
Yeah, it's probably the most difficult scrum to defend against there. 10 metres from your try line, centre field. They've got a numerical advantage on each side. So, yeah, you've got to scrum really well to have any chance of stopping a try there.
Tupuaili with his first try of the Asian Five Nations season. Got 7 last year in the competition. Very successful for him, but not as many as Kazuki Endo. And that's a great conversion there from Ryan Nicholas just before half-time. 2 points to his kitty as the score moves out to 26 points to 3. So Endo with a couple of niggling injuries, I hear, on the wing, but he'll be relishing the chance maybe further down the line to get on some time as well before the World Cup.
Yeah, he's had a lot of injuries, Endo. Hasn't played much rugby, and certainly when he's at his best, he's a good winger, but he needs to get a period of time on the field.
And Tupuaili will be doing everything he can to keep him off, that's for sure, as Webb takes the ball inside his 22. Again, sensing the opportunity out wide, and Nicholas with a lovely little fake. Infield to Leach, and Leach is such an athletic loose forward, busting through the tackle of Armour. It's one back for Leach, who got taken out 10 minutes ago from the Hong Kong fullback. Alani with poor ball, so Japan will take this one quickly. Hong Kong penalised at the breakdown. Uhara running nicely onto the ball. Ives with a lovely delay, and Tupuaili again with a couple of metres to go, and that's 2 for the Samoan from New Brighton and Christchurch, New Zealand. Now playing for the Honda Heat, Cannon Eagles in fact, this season, ex-Honda Heat. That's 2 tries in quick succession, and this is just what Hong Kong didn't want.
Yeah, no, and very good play from Japan, very good play from Ryan Nicholas there. They set a wide line from that kickoff, but he saw that the defence drifted pretty quickly. A nice little left foot step, good support from Leach, and then the penalty, Hiwasa taking quickly, and then the inevitable try. But yeah, it's hard yards for Hong Kong at the moment. There's gaps everywhere on the field. They're just going to probably have to change their defence policy a little bit. They're putting a lot into the breakdown at the moment, and maybe just put 2 into the breakdown and hold the defence line a bit more wider across the field.
So Nicholas with another tough one. But he's had the practice very successful 2 minutes ago with exactly the same angle. So if we take 2 years ago as a benchmark, 59-6 was the scoreline then when Hong Kong hosted Japan. Hong Kong will be scrambling in the second half to keep the score down as fitness trails off. Nicholas lofts it nicely, and again very close with that attempt but unsuccessful as we go to the half-time break with Japan 31 points to 3 ahead. Well, an interesting half of rugby, Eddie. Some back and forth.
Yeah, and Diary said the Hong Kong side were going to do something different, and they've really challenged the Japan side around the breakdown, contested the line-outs well, struggled in the scrum, and they made a pretty good fist of it. But when Japan get any good go-forward ball, they look a class above the Hong Kong team.
31 points to 3 at half-time. Join us after the break. We'll have more rugby action from Hong Kong. Just joined us for the kick-off here from the Hong Kong Football Club. Hong Kong restarting and Japan taking cleanly. Webb out to Leach. Nice and wide now to Wader, and Onizawa again getting the ball within a few centimetres of the line. No space to move out there for Onizawa today. So a big 40 minutes ahead for both teams here, Eddie Jones. Japan, I'm sure. John Kirwan's a tough taskmaster. He'll be McKee to put the ball in. Around the side goes Tauti. You've been impressed with the number 8?
Yeah, look, you know, the scrums have been going backwards, and I think he's handled it really nicely, and he's a good, tough player.
Here's a chance for Hong Kong as Armour takes it away. Good run from the Scotsman. McQueen's in the clear. Could be a great start for Hong Kong. Great try for the home team. Hong Kong with a perfect start in the second half through Alex McQueen.
Fantastic. He's done really well, that boy. Fantastic support play. What I really liked about that play was the running line of the fullback Armour, who just hit the line so straight, drew the defence, and then found McQueen on his right-hand shoulder. So that's a great start for the Hong Kong side.
Lovely draw and pass there from Armour, and we were just lamenting the fact that Japan have been getting it wrong outside there through their outside backs, and there's a lesson.
Yeah, abject lesson to any kids watching the game, the beauty of running straight on the outside, and he just created space, and you can see, you know, he got that ball and they've still got 20 metres on the outside to work, whereas previously Onazawa got the ball and he was in the 5 metre.
Good work from Hong Kong as Robertson prepares himself for this kick. He won't be able to hook that one around, so 31-8 after a try from Alex McQueen. Hewson, he's one of the hard men of Hong Kong rugby. Great number 6. Does a lot of work that never sees the light of day, that's for sure. But unfortunately, he was well and truly exposed that time with the late tackle as Japan, with Leach taking it away. Nice front foot ball to Halani. And nice deceiving pass too to Nicholas. Kikatani out to Webb. Who pops it inside to Yahara, the hooker. Good linking play here from Japan. And Ng has come round on the wrong side of the ruck there. But Japan will take this away. Minding their own business. Their business is scoring tries in the second half here, I'm sure. They want to put some points on the board as Holani takes it away again. Good competitive work there from McQueen at the breakdown. He's really got amongst it, the replacement wing. But Tupuaile again. A formality perhaps? Yes, indeed. That's the hat-trick for Tupuaile. He is unstoppable that far out.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's run some nice lines, nice little second-man play. But again, you know, Hong Kong started the half well, but they've kept this policy of really attacking the breakdown, and whenever Japan are able to put 3 or 4 phases together, the numerical advantage on that 4th or 5th phase is there, and you can see it here. You know, very, very easy try. And look at the number of defenders on the far side of the pace for the Hong Kong side. The touch shot was pretty lonely out there.
Here's a great angle of it too. You see there, covering players for Hong Kong.
One defender, poor old hooker.
Nice dummy run from Nicholas too, as he attempts the conversion and is successful to take it out to 38 points to 8. Replacement here for Hong Kong at scrum half. And they won't lose anything either with Tim Alexander coming on the field, who will replace Peter McKee. It looks like Keith Robertson might be coming off as well at standoff. Alex Ng taking a delightful line there, lining up his fellow forward and smashing into him. But Alexander gets it away to Hood. And out to McCall. Busts through the first tackle, but it's come loose again. Retention in the contact area has been poor for Hong Kong. Maybe just that physicality from Japan in the tackle. It's tough if you've been playing club rugby all year and then you come up against a team full of professionals.
Yeah, it's a massive difference, isn't it, for the Hong Kong side. I've watched a few of the club games this year, and the level from club rugby to here is massive as compared to the top league in Japan, where the level's probably not so different. But he certainly looks like a handy player, the 13. He runs nice, strong lines and hasn't had many opportunities, but he looks like a good player.
A few Hong Kong guys playing professional rugby in Japan. Vati, the left wing, one of them. Have you been impressed with the influx of foreign talent from Asia?
Yeah, look, he did really well. He actually scored a try against us. Gooson's done some good work, hasn't he?
Yeah, Goosen takes it away. And that was one thing 3 years ago. Vati with a hat-trick against Japan. Probably caught the eye of a couple of Japanese club selectors as Alexander forages away and gets it out to Hood. McCall again, this 13 gets upended that time though. by Tyra. Alexander again digging for that ball, trying to salvage something. It's not fast as the tight head prop, finds himself at first receiver. Does well too, gets the ball back well, recycles it. Alexander again with a little dab around the side. Good work from Hong Kong, but ball comes out unexpectedly and Leach pounces on it. Tied up nicely here from Hong Kong though. Taking it away again through Tauti. Lacking a scrum half at the moment, so Chavanis decides he'll do the job. Second row, had a good performance so far today as Goosen takes it away again and goes over for Hong Kong's second try of the day. Well, Goosen has found a lot of space straight through the middle, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's that old-fashioned South African forward. He goes straight up the middle. There's not too much fanfare about him, but certainly he's done really well in that pick and go. And again, the number 8 there did some exceptional work in the contact. He's really a good player. And the little half who's come on, the reserve half, Alexander, he's looked pretty sharp, hasn't he?
So the changes have worked well here for Hong Kong, translated into a try, and Goosen looks like he might have done a bit of damage to his shoulder. Let's see if we can see it here. Just flips the ball up and away he goes. Japan caught unexpectedly there from Hong Kong. Okay, so that's good work at the breakdown there for Hong Kong. I guess that's the advantage of committing numbers to it. As you say, there's a disadvantage with numbers out wide, but sure, taking advantage there of numbers around the breakdown and pushing through.
Yeah, no, he did well then, didn't he? He probably won't dive so hard for the try next time, because I think he injured himself there.
Indeed. McCall has a go at converting the try and is successful. Hawassa, unfortunately, gets a boot in the way, but manages to get it out. Hong Kong penalised there. They take it quickly through Tyra. Those beautiful orange boots flashing away as he gets to the 22 with Kikatani as captain. Iwasa again digging and scrambling for the ball. It's frustrating, and Hong Kong will be penalised again. Going to have to watch themselves here. Can't go down to 13. There's obviously a lot of obstruction going on in the rucks and mauls there. People not rolling away properly.
I think it's making life quite difficult. He's probably just got to be a bit stronger on his forwards to get past that ball and clean them out, and not get in there himself and dig it out, because his passing has been a little bit slow from the base today, to be honest, and the forwards just need to work harder. Calling for a scrum here. As you were saying, Hawassa playing with Gregan this year and Furi Dupree next year. Is there a worry that there are too many foreign players in Japan? Well, I don't think there's a worry about too many. I think it's the quality of player that's important. You know, for someone like Hawassa, he's spent 1 year with Gregan, and say Furi plays 2 years. That's the best university you'll ever go to in your life. You know, at the age of 26, and he's going to have that much accumulated experience. Is going to be fantastic for his rugby. What
about a guy like Ives, who's making his debut as a second rower here? He came to Japan when he was 23 years old. Is he keeping anyone out of a spot?
Well, he probably is, but you know, he's proved himself to be the best lock, and if he continues to do that, there's no reason why he shouldn't pick it. But certainly, I think what you need to be careful about is the national side is to have a side that people want to support, and now whether the Japanese can affiliate with a side that has so many foreigners.
Flurry of replacements here for Hong Kong. Tauti comes on after a great 55 minutes of action. Comes off, sorry. Andrew Lee as well. Spends some time on the sideline as Japan get a free kick here and take it away quickly through Holani. Again, probably not 10 metres back. Nice flip pass to Leach, who uses a lovely leg drive to get over the line and score a try for Japan. Good work from the loose forwards with quick ball at their disposal there.
Yeah, he's been good today, Leach. His support play's been excellent. He's not a natural open side flanker, but he's linked well. He's worked hard off the ball, and he's probably been the most impressive of the Japanese forwards.
See here from the scrum, free kick awarded, and Holani knew what to do with it straight away, busting into the action, into the contact area, and right on the shoulder, as you say, Eddie, was Leach. Marvellous leg drive there. 3 tackles to contend with, but over he went. And Nicholas with the job of converting again. And he's put that one through the sticks to make it 45 points to 15. So 3/4 of the way through this game, And the scoreline 45 points to 15.
You would imagine now that Japan's side, with their elevated fitness and their professionalism for the last 20 minutes, can really raise the pace of the game and should run away with this game. And I think, again, they'll be disappointed if they don't do that. And for the Hong Kong side, they've just got to keep hanging in there and playing tough, which they're doing.
Yeah, it's interesting here. He hasn't found touch. But Hong Kong were having a bit of a water break here, and they might be caught unawares. His armour brings it forward strongly. Good run from him. Hewson again. Alexander digs in, and out it goes to Hood. Oh, he's made a terrible mess of that one, Alexander. And Luke Thompson springs on it. He's just made an appearance from the bench. Webb rushing up in defence. McQueen, there's got to be numbers on the outside. If Japan can get this, Vati goes back nicely in defence, but he's bundled back behind his try line. That'll be a 5-metre scrum. Yes, yeah. Japan need to really keep the pace up here, and you can see they were working on that.
Poor option there from Ryan Nicholas. Should have kept the ball in hand. They one more phase there and they score the try. And they've got to work harder for their tries, Japan. They should be hanging on the ball and be able to score from that situation. And disappointing decision from Ryan there.
Japan, of course, playing in the same pool as New Zealand and France this year later in the World Cup. As they take it away through Hawassa. Webb with so many options. Tyra makes a mess of it. Vati comes away with the ball. Has he got the pace to go all the way? He's certainly got the measure of Onizawa. Pump those legs, Rowan. 22 minutes to go. And he's over for a try. What a reversal. What a reversal, and what a good try for Hong Kong.
It's amazing today the number of tries we've seen from bad kicks resulting from the next play from a bad kick from the opposition team. And there they just tried to play a wide play. The pass was a little bit wide, and Vardy did well. He showed good pace, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he had Onizawa looming up outside. You'll see Onizawa there in the frame, who was in support of Tyra. And he's not short of pace, Onizawa, but he couldn't make any indentation on Vati, and Vati really springing away. That's good work from Vati, the man who plays his professional rugby in Japan, scored a hat-trick against Japan in the first ever encounter between Hong Kong and Japan in the Asian Five Nations in Nagata 3 years ago. So this is a good performance from Hong Kong. Diaries has got to be happy, and as I said, they beat Kazakhstan last week, so they're in the box seat here to finish second in Asia.
There's one of those plays where the pass is good, Tyra scores, the pass was poor, and Vardy scores down the other end. He did well.
So Nicole, 31-metre kick here, and divides the goalpost brilliantly there for the conversion. So this is a good scoreline for Hong Kong, 45-22 at the moment. Japan with potent attacking weapons if they can get their act together. Kikatani comes off the back of the scrum, and that's what you want to see from your captain, number 8. Although no support there, and McQueen again making a real nuisance of himself in defence, putting the pressure on Japan again. Hawassa out to Webb, who knocks it on in front of his posts. Oh, this is really good play from Hong Kong. They are rattling the Japan team.
Again, we just saw that breakdown, just a lack of numbers of the breakdown for the Japan players, and allowed McQueen again, who's in his short time, well, he's played, what, 60 minutes? He's probably been one of the best players on the field, hasn't he?
Really spirited performance from the right winger. It's good to see, and you can see the reaction when that happens from the players as well. They lift their heads. You know, it doesn't matter how many tackles you've made or how many times you've been thumped. You can really lift for this last few minutes.
I think conversely, the Japan side needs to show some leadership now. They need to just really do the basics well for the last 6 minutes, score a couple of tries.
It'll be interesting to see what Mr. Kerwin says in the post-match interview as Hong Kong knocked that one on. Dribbles out into touch, but we'll play the scrum. Yes, I'm sure John Kerwin will have a few things to say to you after the match, Eddie, as you go down the sideline and interview him after the game. Look forward to that one after play finishes off. Interesting build-up for the Japan team this year as they head to the World Cup. Got 3 more rounds of the HSBC Asian Five Nations to bring to you as well in the next few weeks, so stay with us for more rugby action. Again, untidy ball for Kikatani. Good scrumming there from Hong Kong, and they put the hammer down against this frayed Japan team, really fracturing them at scrum time there. And it comes out to Hood. Missed pass to McCall, but he's greeted by 3 strong tackles and a counter-attack for Japan. Tupuaiali, who hasn't seen the ball for 20 minutes, takes it outside the 22. Iwasa again struggles to get it out to Webb. Thompson in midfield juggles, gets it out to Webb, who's covering nicely. Now there are numbers. What can they do out here? It's Kikatani to Onizawa. Nice draw and pass from him. Has Onizawa got the pace? Can't get round McQueen. Leach has got it though, looking for support. There's nobody there. They're 15 metres behind play, the Japanese. Leach was a man on his own there as Hawassa again tries to combat this untidy situation that the Japanese ruck are getting themselves into. And again, it breaks down with a Hong Kong scrum. Well, that is frustrating for Japan.
Yeah, and it's quite simple again. They're just not working hard enough off the ball. They made a lovely break down the left-hand side. Onizawa had a one-on-one, wasn't able to beat the fullback, but then Leach picks up the ball quickly and there's no one within cooey of him, and they make the tackle and contest the next breakdown. Hawassa knocks on. So, again, disappointing from a work ethic point of view. Done a good job, Lee Jones, the coach, hasn't he? The forwards have competed well.
Yep.
They've been massively undermanned in terms of weight and size, but yeah, they're finishing the game stronger than the Japanese forwards. So excellent job there.
So Hong Kong have got to make a trek westwards during the week to Sri Lanka. It's a great place to go and visit. I was in Colombo last week for the draw between UAE and Sri Lanka, and some real hospitality shown by the locals there, except on the rugby field where they gave UAE a real going over in the rain. 13-all draw last week. UAE bouncing back nicely with a victory over Kazakhstan last night, 24-10, and leading the competition at the moment, UAE. Greetings if you're watching from Dubai. Well done from last night. Mike Riley, the veteran, making a comeback and scoring a try. Andrew Miller, the replacement loose forward, with a try. John Grady with 13 points of his own from the boot. A good scoreline for them, and demoralising for the Kazakhstan team. Losing players through disciplinary action, and somebody couldn't get a visa. The veteran prop is Hong Kong again get a penalty here. Scrum time. Vladimir Chernik, the 40-plus-year-old tight head prop from Kazakhstan, couldn't get a visa.
So old.
I'm not sure if they've got an age requirement in the UAE, but we'll have to check that one out as Hong Kong go to an attacking line-out as we enter the last minute, the last stanza of this game. And what a game it's been. 45 points to 22, Japan lead. But I'd imagine with the expectations we may have had pre-match, that's a good result for Hong Kong as Tofa clears it away to Webb. Out to Nicholas Tyra. Waiters in the line. He gets it to Tupuaiali, who decides to cut in and give some tackling practice to some of these loose forwards from Hong Kong. Webb, loads of traffic out here in midfield. Tofa, though, knows what to do with it. Gives a lovely inside ball to Kawamata, who barrels away like a freight train. Onizawa, who's been frustrated today with his lack of opportunities. Hawassa now with some clean ball out to Webb. Can they finish with a flurry here? Japan. Leach with lovely pass, but just a little ahead of Tupuaiali, who can't handle it. Much to the relief of the Hong Kong defence as we hear the final whistle, and Hong Kong have acquitted themselves very well here. Japan winning the match, 45 points to 22. But a real moral victory for Hong Kong, Eddie.
Yeah, well, you look at the crowd at the moment, it's almost like Hong Kong's won, isn't it? They've really toiled hard, contested well at the breakdown. Japan started the game well, but probably fell away through game fitness and just being a little bit too overcomplicated in how they attacked.